Hey, what's going on guys, and welcome back to another episode in the Rayo Vallecano career mode. This is episode number 45, and we start today's episode off with an email, getting some tournament prize money there for our last round in the Europa League. Obviously, in the last game, in the last episode, you saw the quarter-final second leg of the Europa League against Zenit, and of course we lost by a goal to nil. We've now been knocked out of Europe, and the treble dreams ended away in Russia. So obviously I was gutted about that. I really was, because all through the season I've been saying that winning the treble, I was downplaying the chances, but it would be unbelievable to do it in our second season. And the manner of how we lost that tie, the manner of how we lost that game, that own goal from Mera, where I had literally no control over it whatsoever, I was absolutely furious. But I did say it could be a blessing in disguise, because now we get to focus all of our attention on La Liga and the Copa del Rey as well. And of course, due to the fixture congestion, it may be wise, I suppose, just to worry about these two competitions, and I guess now we don't even have to worry about the Europa League anymore now that we've been knocked out. So of course we're still going in search of the domestic double, still trying to win La Liga and the Copa del Rey as well, of course into the final of that competition. And in the first game of today's episode here, we will take on Real Valladolid here at the Estadio de Vallecas for the first game in La Liga in this episode. Trying to stay on top of the table, of course, right now, as we are still leading the way with just a few games to go. Real Valladolid right now in the relegation zone, us of course top of the table, and also I think we have 15 wins in 17 games here at the Estadio de Vallecas this season. Only one defeat all season long, which came against Barcelona. So unsurprisingly, we were looking so good right from the first minute. Had so many chances. I messed up so many golden opportunities, but fortunately, just 2 minutes before the break, Cisse, who's been in the team a lot and been playing really well, played a quick little 1-2 of Camarasa, and our midfielder, bought from Levante at the start of the season, makes it 1-0 and opens the scoring just before the break with goal number 4 for our number 4 in minute 44. So 1-0 to Rayo, and a deserved lead going into the break. Despite the away side having more of the ball in the first half, we were looking a stronger team. And in the second half as well, not much really happened at all, until with 9 minutes to go, when the game was still 1-0 to Rayo. Camarasa, our goal scorer, found in Barber here, who knocked it through towards Ceballos. He gave it to Mera out off the bench, let it run across his body. He then gave the ball to Caballero, and Ivan Caballero scored his second goal since arriving on deadline day, and secured the points by making it Rayo 2, Real Valladolid 0. So that goal wrapped up the points there. We were always going to win. The away side didn't do too much in this game whatsoever. But it was great to see the whole team come and celebrate for that goal as well, because obviously getting knocked out of the Europa League, I was feeling really sorry for myself. That was my first defeat as well since deadline day, actually, in the game against Atletico Madrid way back at the end of January. So we had such a long unbeaten run in all competitions. To see it end against Zenit in the manner of the game as well, I was so disappointed. But this game restored my faith. It got my confidence back after such an awful 2 legs against Zenit. This was the type of performance we needed. And don't get me wrong, we were at home, we were against a relegation threatened side, but we still had to return to winning ways. But a really solid performance. The away side couldn't even get a shot on target, and you see the stats right here as well. We got possession back in our favour in the second half, and were the superior side throughout the course of 90 minutes. So 2-0 the final score. Caballero's goals in the moment of the match are a really good finish there after a nice build up too. Great finish by Caballero. Both of his goals too have come in the final few minutes of games. So this guy seems like a bit of a clutch player, which is great to see. So Caballero up to the points there. We do get all 3, the maximum, and it was a really solid display in front of the home crowd. So of course, just 1 month to go in the season, we are still leading the way at the top of the table. Jordi Amat did bruise his elbow in that game as well. Didn't see where it happened, but he's going to be out for 5 days and will miss the next game, which is a bit of a shame, because Amat's been a really good centre back for us. But either way, I'm sure we'll cope. But anyway, following the games, you can see Bolivia gave me an international management offer. I should really just stop showing these now, because of course I'm not going to take them. But coming to the second game of today's episode anyway, we will take on Las Palmas here, still in La Liga away from home. So you see the table right now, we are 2 points clear of Real Madrid and 7 clear of Barcelona with 6 games to go. There is no doubt that Barcelona can still get back into this title race, but I still do believe it will be one of us or Real Madrid that go on to claim the title, and hopefully it will be us, and Real Madrid just not giving up at all, only 2 points behind. But if results will go our way in this game and we'll get the win as well, we could go 5 points clear. However, having said that, with this game coming midweek, we were quite tired, and after being forced to rest some players as well, I really wasn't feeling too confident. We created nothing really in the game. And in the 72nd minute, how about this? I gave the ball away with Kepa. We were scrambling at the back, and Montero's header went just, well, let's say just, went harmlessly wide of the post. But that situation could have been a lot worse, as I almost completely messed up there and gave Las Palmas a really cheap goal late in the game. The only chance I created in the entire 90 minutes fell just over 10 minutes to go before the end. Montiel was played forward, but his strike was well saved, easily really by the goalkeeper, and eventually Las Palmas got the ball away, and it was how the game would finish as well. Las Palmas 0, Rayo Vallecano 0, a very disappointing goalless draw, and coming on the back of that solid 2-0 victory against Real Valladolid in the last game, I was very disappointed in this game. I could not break down Las Palmas at all, and again, really in this one, it was so frustrating because I created basically nothing, and as you can see, I couldn't even get you a match highlight and a moment of the match for this one because the match highlight section was greyed out. That's how bad the game was. It really was poor, and I couldn't even get the option of giving you a moment of the match. So a very disappointing goalless draw, and if we want to win a title, we've got to make sure we get all 3 points in all of these games really, because I said it before and I'll say it again. Real Madrid, if they do catch up, or Barcelona right now only 2 points behind us, although we do have a game in hand, if they do overtake us again, we won't catch up. It's as simple as that, and with just a few games to go, that is pretty obvious. But still, for the third and final game of today's episode here, coming on the back of that goalless draw against Las Palmas, we will take on Villarreal, last season's runners-up here at the Estadio de Vallecas, and we will take the lead as well, just 17 minutes in. Adama, who's been amongst the goals of late, not setting them up as per usual, would get another assist as he sprints down the right-hand side. I must say I got very lucky for this one though. The cross deflected off Eric Bailly, the new United centre-back, and it looped up in the air kindly and fell straight to Ayoza Perez at the far post for a free header, who nodded it in and made it 1-0 to Rayo. But there was nothing lucky about the second goal for us though, as we were double our lead 29 minutes in. It was the same goal scorer, Ayoza Perez once again. A really neat little through ball by Dani Ceballos, and Ayoza Perez brings out the celebration, the lovely little acrobatics there, as he made it Rayo 2, Villarreal 0. So a quick couple of balls inside here, and the Ceballos through ball weighted perfectly, and Perez with a finish found the back of the net. So 2-0 to Rayo. We beat Villarreal last season here at the Estadio de Vallecas by 4-0, so I was feeling very confident despite that goalless draw in the last game of beating Villarreal once again. But leading by 2-0, I was feeling really comfortable indeed. But pretty much straight from kickoff here, Villarreal went down the left-hand side, whipped across into the centre, and Roberto Soldado, the former Spurs striker, headed in to cut our lead in half and make it Rayo 2, Villarreal 1. And that was a goal out of nothing, really. We're under no threat whatsoever in this game. The simple cross came into the box, I couldn't deal with it, Soldado made it 2-1, and Villarreal were right back in the game. So they'd done nothing but hold on to the ball in the first half, and then out of nowhere, a simple cross into the box was headed in, and it was 2-1. But in the second half though, 6 minutes after the restart, we kept on pressing Villarreal, putting a high press on, and Eric Bailly, who was having a bad game anyway, or how about that for a moment of madness from the new United centre-back, he just gifted the ball straight to Dani Ceballos, and our number 7, he's had a fantastic debut year for us, went through one-on-one, and it was a brilliant finish. There was still a lot of work to do here, even after taking it round the last defender, but what a strike that was, right into the top corner, a bullet of a strike from Dani Ceballos, and the former Real Betis man restores our 2-goal cushion as we go up by 2 once again and make it 3-1. So for Soldado, he put his team back in the game, and then Bailly giving us, well, I say giving us, Ceballos had a lot of work to do, but still, he gave the ball away, and Ceballos managed to punish him. So 3-1 to Rayo, but once again, we couldn't hold on to this 2-goal cushion for very long, because in the 61st minute, Bakambu would once again cut our lead, not in half this time, but reduce the deficit anyway, and make it 3-2. A nice little ball through down the right-hand side was played inside towards Bakambu, who lost his man, and there was a free shot, and Kepa could not keep it out, and it was 3-2 of Bakambu, the number 17, scoring his 14th of the season. So Rayo 3, Villarreal 2, and then from kickoff once again, we surrendered possession. Villarreal crossed the ball into the centre, and at the far post, Bakambu peeled off Ivan Lopez and made it 3-3. So what a thriller here at the Estadio de Vallecas, 6 goals, and I was thinking to myself, is this really FIFA 16? I mean, honestly, it's so rare you get games with more than 2 goals normally. This one had 6 goals in it. It was 3-3, and we'd thrown away our 2-goal lead as Villarreal came back to tie the game at 3-3. But once again from kickoff, we would cross the ball into the centre like Villarreal did in the first half, and wouldn't you just know it, we'd restore our lead through, guess who? Ayoza Perez grabbing his hat-trick, running to the cameraman and celebrating with his teammates. as we went in front for the third time in the game and made it Rayo 4, Villarreal 3. So a 7-goal thriller here at the Estadio de Vallecano. What a game. A brilliant cross by Lopez as well. Perez got onto the end of it and headed it past the goalkeeper and into the back of the net for his 13th goal of the season in the 69th minute. So 4-3 to Rayo, but Villarreal would just not give up and die in this game. Seriously, another chance here a few minutes after our goal. A Costa strike going into the side netting though, and behind for a goal kick. It really was a great game though, so action-packed, so end-to-end, so open, and these are the type of games we just don't see enough of in FIFA 16. I mentioned it a moment ago, it's rare you get games with more than 2 goals in this year's FIFA, so this was a really awesome game, so fun, so exciting to play in, and we could have wrapped up the points here later on with 17 minutes to go, but Camaras's shot went just wide the post, and behind for a goal kick, but it was how the game would finish. Final score, Rayo 4, Villarreal 3. It's been a very long time since I've had a 7-goal thriller in FIFA 16 at all this season, but it really was an awesome game. Perez grabbed a hat-trick as well, and in the end we did get the win, and I think deservedly so as well. Villarreal did play well, and I think a draw could have been the fair result too, but I feel we just about deserved to edge it in this one, and I'm glad we did as well. But again, I will say in fairness, a draw would have been a fair result as well. But still, Perez man of the match with his hat-trick, his 2nd of the season, and a really important win as we stay top of the table. And to be honest, I mean, I was just so pleased to play it. Even if we didn't win this game, draw or lose, I was just so glad to, you know, for the first time in a very long time, have a game of FIFA 16 which I thoroughly enjoyed and found really awesome to play. So very exciting, very action-packed, but again, so pleased to be on the winning side. That was awesome to see in an awesome game. But that will end today's episode though in the Rayo Vallecano career mode, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you enjoyed today's episode, then please leave a like. Likes of course much appreciated, and they really help the channel grow as well. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for the next episode in the Rayo Vallecano career mode very soon.